on figuring out how we were going to manage this huge transition in our own lives. We have to reimagine our relationship for this next chapter and create a shared vision for what we want that to be. Hi there. Welcome to another episode of the Talk Love with Carol show. I'm Dr. Carol Henry, relationship coach and psychologist. Today we're talking about preparing for empty nest. So it's that time of life that we all knew was coming, and many of us are ill-prepared when it's coming soon or when it's there, when it's here. For our parenting, we've really focused on kids. We've helped them dream about their life after high school. I mean, this is our older kids, our let's say middle school and on. We've encouraged them to study hard and get good grades so that they can get into college or into the career that they want. We've taught them life skills that enable them to take care of themselves, and we've taught them our values and how to treat other people, and so much more. So many of us have expended all our energy and time on helping our kids prepare for this time. Not their empty nest, but them leaving the nest, right? And we've spent much less time, if any time, on figuring out how we were going to manage this huge transition in our own lives. How are we going to manage our relationship in particular and ourselves in this time? So that's what I'm going to talk about today. When should we prepare for empty nest? When your child is entering high school or sophomore year, junior year, or senior year, or really if they're going off to college. Essentially, if you have a child that's at least 15 or 14 or 13 even, the time is now. The time is now because we're preparing for it and not trying to catch up once it happens. And that's always such a good way to do life, is prepare. Think about what are we going to be doing, we being you and your partner, when we're in empty nest. So in the preparation, what you need to do is do some of the things for your relationship like you've done for your children. Preparing yourself and your relationship for this time. We've prepared our kids. Now it's time to take the time to prepare ourselves. So just like our kids have to reimagine their life, so do parents. We have to reimagine our relationship for this next chapter and create a shared vision for what we want that to be. The old one doesn't apply anymore because things change. This is a huge transition. It's a whole new chapter, and that can be really wonderful. There's unlimited possibilities for yourself and your relationship in this new chapter. But whether we're ready for it or not, it's happening. So what I'm saying is let's get ready for it. Like your child needs to study hard and do the things to prepare for their life after mom after you're home, we all have to revamp our skills in communication, resolving conflicts, connecting with your partner, because those are the relationship issues. How well do you listen to one another without judging or tuning out? Do you resolve conflicts? Some people actually don't. Lots of people don't. And do you do it without shouting or getting way high into anger? Do you have romance and emotional connection now? So these are all things to think about as empty nest is approaching, and when it's here, and all the time, actually. Do you have those things? Another part of it is recommitting to how you want to be as a partner. You probably thought about this when you were getting married. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But how do I want to be? And this is really inner work. It's about you and what you want to offer to the relationship. What I mean by that is, how do you want to be? How do you want to show up day to day? And maybe focus on your best days. How do you want to show up? In things such as communication, energy level, household chores, fun, having fun. How do you want to show up with regarding friends? How big a thing is having friends in your life? And if you have a lot of friends, how do you manage the time with your friends and the time with your partner? And time in general, with all the things that we will still have to do. Even, there's still work, and there's maybe your parents or other family members that need some time with you. How do you manage your time so that there's an ideal amount of time left in your schedule or devoted in your schedule to your partner, to your relationship, and one of the other aspects of empty nest is yourself. How are you going to manage the extra time that you have where you could really take care of yourself in terms of exercise, in terms of whatever you love to do, hobbies, activities that you want, things that the two of you and also you yourself have not had time to do as you were parenting and spending so much time on and with your children. So now there's that time for your own self and your self-care. And self-care is, people talk about that all the time. What I personally mean by that is letting yourself explore new hobbies if you want to. For the two of you, maybe to explore something that you want to do together. But back to self-care, doing the things that you've wanted to do. Maybe you've wanted to travel to visit some relatives, or maybe the two of you or just one of you wants to go somewhere, Mexico or the Bahamas or whatever you want to do. If you have the resources, you could do that, but you can do other things that are just, I have a space to garden, for example, if you like gardening. I have space to read. All the things that are sort of the silver lining of empty nest. But anyway, how in terms of the relationship, remember it's a time to really think about and plan how you want to be what you want to offer into the relationship. And that in this context means, how do you want to show up? How do you want to be? So next week, we'll go deeper in how to navigate this life transition. If you have questions and you'd like to call or text me, here's the number: 206-390-5715. Or you could direct message me at Dr. Carol J. Henry. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you have a great week and love well. Bye now.